I'm Debra Perrone. I'm a Ph.D. candidate in the environmental science focus of environmental engineering, and I'm a Vanderbilt Institute for Energy and Environment Fellow. My Ph.D. research is focused on developing a comprehensive understanding of the complex risks and trade-offs that are incorporated in food, water, and energy management. So just to give a little bit more background about what exactly this means, increased population, changes in population density, economic growth and development all influence water, energy, and food demands. And the threat of anthropogenic climate change will most likely exacerbate the competition for these resources. Although there's been studies on the individual resources themselves and the demand for these resources, there hasn't been a systematic evaluation of the linkages between water, energy, and food, and the management for these resources. Critical to the success of my dissertation is the development of future climate change scenarios as well as future resource management scenarios. I will have the opportunity to work on these scenarios this summer as part of the Young Scientist Summer Program at the International Institute for Applied System Analysis. I applied to the Institute because of their reputation for multi-scale assessments, multi-attribute utility theory, as well as policy-relevant work. So I plan to work with about 50 other PhD candidates who are also appointed for the summer position. And it will be a great opportunity for me to meet international scholars as well as other peers who are very excited about their research. Along with doing projects that are focused on my dissertation, which is the water energy nexus, I've also been able to dabble in some side projects. The first project I completed about a year ago, and that was in collaboration with a master's student in the environmental science department, Jennifer Murphy. We worked on creating a water energy nexus model for communities. This model is sort of a hotspot analysis so that stakeholders can look at how much water for energy and energy for water their community is using. This project was informed by a concurrent project that focused on life cycle analyses of a local marine company. We used the inputs for this life cycle analysis for a multi-attribute utility theory model that helps stakeholders better understand different alternatives for reducing their emissions. This framework was more of a decision support tool than a decision-making tool. The last project that I'm working on is in collaboration with Leslie Lyons-Duncan and John Jacoby, both PhD candidates in the environmental science focus, and we're working on creating a model to calculate the Palmer drought severity indices, and we're hoping that this model will be easily adaptable and accessible for all researchers so that they can calculate local drought. One of the great parts about being part of the Vanderbilt Institute for Energy and Environment is the opportunity to go to conferences both nationally and internationally. 2 years ago, Jennifer Murphy and I were able to go and present our water and energy nexus model at the Young Earth Scientist Congress in Beijing, China. It was great to meet international scientists and peers who were interested in the same research as we were. In addition to that, I will be going to Dublin, Ireland in May, and I will be presenting some work that I'm doing on the water-food nexus. I think that one of my favorite things about studying at Vanderbilt University is the ability for me to do the environmental science focus of environmental engineering. The environmental science focus has allowed me to take classes outside of engineering. I've taken classes in law and economics and political sciences, and I'm very interested in bridging the gap between science and policy. So having the opportunities to take classes in these different disciplines has been great for me. I've also really enjoyed the environmental science capstone. So all PhD candidates have to take the environmental capstone. It's offered every 2 years and it changes frequently. And the year that I took it, it was focused on water and social justice, and the case study was Bangladesh. As part of the class, we also got the opportunity to travel to Bangladesh, and it was a great experience to travel internationally and really connect with our fellows in Bangladesh as well as the people in my class.